Alright, boys and girls. I am alive! I'm a live boy. Alright, let's get my everything set. I'm almost in. I know you're worried about me. I know you freak out constantly, wondering, oh my god, is King Difficult's gonna ever figure it out? Alright, boys and girls. And I am gonna figure it out. I promise you I'm gonna figure it out. I got it all up. We're ready. Chat is flowing in. All, like one of you. But yeah, we're here. We're going to be playing some Postal Braindamaged, bro. After this, I think I'm gonna move away from Postal for a bit. I didn't mean I'll stop reacting like Postal lore and shit, but I think I'm gonna move on to a different IP. And then I will come back to Postal, because if I'm playing all the Postal right now, what are people going to be here for? You know what I mean? Well, what are people going to, like, sub for in the world of subscribing? Dude, I love the guns in this game. The guns in this game are so good. This is like literally one, probably, this is, I say this a lot, but this is probably my favorite Postal. And I know that,
and now electric
they're,
booty.
the other Postal games have some stuff going for them, but I know what my least favorite is. It is that fucking fan game, bro. That shit's ass, bro. Necrodorks, dude. Alright, I need to go back and get more ammo. Fucking love Postal, dude. I fucking love Postal.
More for me.
Dude, why did I do that? What? I meant to go like this. Can't remember what these do. We're gonna fuck around with these because I got like a million of them. Oh yeah, the dilbo. So here's the thing I've actually noticed about a game I played early on in my career that I have slowly grown to dislike. And it's not that I dislike the game completely, but the Warhammer 40k boomer shooter, bolt gun. I liked that game when I first played it. I thought it was fun enough. But the problem, there's like this massive list of problems that I have with it that after playing games like this that I don't think get enough love. This easily should be one of the best boomer shooters ever played. I would take this over like that's slow motion, that's what it is. I forgot. I do like too how they didn't make this shit like pick it up around the map where it's like locked in kind of. I can't remember what Quake. I think Quake 2 did that. Now I haven't played a lot of Quake 2, but I played a little bit. Played a little bit of Quake 2. Fucking getting grimy with it, you know. I need to actually give Quake 2 a full playthrough. It's a game that I'm like constantly sleeping on, and I know that people are probably gonna one day be like, "Why? Where's your Quake 2 video? You have a Quake 4, and Quake 4 sucks. Quake 4 is terrible. We hate Quake 4. We hate Quake 4." And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but Quake 4 fucking is Liddy McSkitty. Hold on a second. There's the big man. What's up, Snail?
What's up, pussy?
What's up, little bitch?
You little bitch boy.
Dude, I think it's so funny how when I first started talking to you and I did that project, we weren't as hostile to each other and as gay about things, and now we're just fucking savages.
Your microphone is kind of
dance
shitty,
off
and it's
with
making
my
me really
gun.
hot and bothered. To just
Is it really
should let you
shitty?
know.
Does it sound bad?
It's kind of bad. I'm not gonna
Put
lie.
demo
Like
version
on no
to
homo,
compose over
all
line here.
threats
Really?
of
Is it
feeling
like
your bum
blowing out or
aside.
something? Is it like blowing out?
No, it's a quality issue. You can't fix it right now. That's okay.
Okay, so it's nothing I can fix.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't.
No, it's nothing you can do.
You know what's crazy? Me and Rev have the exact same mic.
What mic is it?
The hyper gauge string. I don't know what the
You know what it is then? What I'm listening to you talk through right now is another mic. This is not the hyper, because I know the hyper is good. It's a very good microphone.
Okay, so let me see what mic it's coming through on.
It's fine. You probably won't be able to.
Oh, dude.
You won't be able to use the same mic in two places. It's okay.
Well, dude. What do you mean two places? Like on Discord and on my stream?
Yeah. So basically, programs will they will take a microphone, and they will use it and like kind of gain priority over it. Sorry, I'm playing Magic at the same time, so I'm thinking of Magic terminology. While you're using it, so there's really not much you can do about it.
Well, I
so I wouldn't even worry.
It did. So here's the problem. Is it better now?
That's better. That's way
Okay,
better.
So it was literally just a. So it's my It's actually not my mic or anything like that. You know what it is? My fucking on camera from Walmart. For some reason, whenever I turn my PC on, takes priority on Discord.
Oh, that's crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, so that's why it sounds all fucked up on your end.
Okay.
Are you playing
I was
Magic Online?
listening to your stream also to make sure that you were. Sorry, what?
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Live in the
Why are you playing Magic Online?
Why am I? No, I'm playing Arena, so even worse.
What is Arena? I've never heard of that.
Magic Arena is basically just like a Hearthstone client for Magic the Gathering.
Okay. Again, I'm
Holy
retarded,
fuck,
so I
I'm
don't
getting
know.
rolled.
I don't know
I'm
what any
taking
of that
11 damage.
Hide.
Yeah, no, it's basically like it's Magic Online but for Zoomers.
Oh, okay.
If I can put it in a different terminology. I am steamrolled. I'm getting fucked this match. Holy shit! Wow.
Bro, this is funny. This is a funny story about Magic. First time I played Magic, right? I had a buddy that was really into it, wanted me to play, and I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'm that kind of nerd. And he's like, bro, it's not that. He's like, it's not that big of a deal. And he knew me and my buddy had Yu-Gi-Oh cards from when we were kids, and we got bored one winter because it was shitty outside.
Right.
And we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh. He's like, this shit's lame. He's like, and then he busts out his Magic cards. We're like, no, dude. Listen, dude, we're doing this shit out of nostalgia, bro. You're busting out fucking real shit. And he's like, dude, it's way better. And I'm like, I don't know.
It's like when you go to your buddy's house expecting to smoke pot and he brings out some crack cocaine.
Yeah, dude, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Yu-Gi-Oh's better. And then we start playing, right? And he had never played Yu-Gi-Oh. He never watched the show or anything either. And
Right.
I was like, we start playing and I look at him and I'm like, dude, you realize this is just Yu-Gi-Oh with more steps, right? And he'd been shitting on Yu-Gi-Oh the whole time. He's like, no, it's fucking not. So we get done with Magic.
Is this
I
gun
win
smarter
because
than me?
I was using one of his decks against him. And he said there was a chance he was going to lose because his was an experimental deck or whatever. And I ended up winning. It was like beginner's luck type shit. And then I'm like, all right, now you have to play Yu-Gi-Oh. We start playing Yu-Gi-Oh. He's like, what the fuck, dude? Why is this just Magic but with less steps? I'm like, exactly, bro. It's
Oh, I just fucked up so bad.
What'd you do?
Match is over. It's fine, but continue, yeah.
That was it. It was just that was the whole story. Big grand fucking reveal is Yu-Gi-Oh is just retarded Magic for kids.
It is, though. It is. Like, that's actually just what it does. That's basically the game. Yu-Gi-Oh is Magic if you didn't have to think about as much, but if you were extremely autistic. Like, you already have to have a certain threshold of autism for Magic the Gathering. So, like, if you have that autism for Magic the Gathering, you're going to have it 3 times as bad for Yu-Gi-Oh. It's pretty severe, actually. They should set up a charity for Yu-Gi-Oh kids.
Oh, yeah,
because, like, Yu-Gi-Oh kids, I'm pretty sure Yu-Gi-Oh being into it is like a learning disability or something.
Oh, dude, 100%. I mean, like,
and if it isn't, it should be funny enough to be considered a learning disability.
Did you see? So Mika and you made a video about card games, right? I didn't watch it.
Oh yeah, and then a Yu-Gi-Oh guy was so fucking mad about it.
There was a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh guys mad at him, bro, and it was my favorite thing ever. That the Yu-Gi-Oh community was trying to cancel Meat Canyon, bro.
Imagine not being able to take a fucking joke.
Yeah, dude, being so upset. Yeah, they sure look like smelly nerds.
Yes, they do. Like, what do you want?
And he posts a picture of the people who won, and they're in like good shape. It's like, dude, who cares, dude? It's a fucking card game. He made jokes.
I know. Like, what does it matter? Okay, these particular gentlemen are in shape. Brother, every time I've ever played Magic at a game store and Yu-Gi-Oh was being played at the same time, almost every kid at the Yu-Gi-Oh table smelled like ass.
Man, all card game people smell like ass usually. You know what I mean? It's just like you go there and there's a certain group of people that are going to make that shit their life, and they're gonna smell like cheeks, bro.
Like, that's just what it is. Dude, like,
yeah,
it's a stereotype for a reason. There's usually some truth to stereotypes.
Dude, on top of that too, it's like you got like comic book stores are the same way, dude. I used to go into a comic book store because I would like, I don't know, I like comics sometimes, right? And dude, that place smelled like fucking cheeks, bro. The owner smelled like cheeks. This is back in my hometown, but the owner smelled like fucking ass.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, it was just like, but the place was cool enough, you know. The guy who ran it was kind of a douche, but he just always seems so mad. And I'm like, how can you be so upset with your life when you run a comic book store?
Right. Like, how are you this upset, sir?
Yeah,
like, relax.
I remember the funniest time was I was getting some Spawn comics. He's like, huh, Spawn. And I'm like, yeah, what about it, dude? I like Spawn. He's like, I don't like Todd McFarlane. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, I didn't ask.
And he's like, yeah, I brought him a Spider-Man comic, and he wouldn't sign it.
Okay. Maybe don't be such a fucking weirdo then. I don't know, man. Like,
he's like, I don't say. He looked at me and said, I don't sign any Marvel comics. And I'm like, I mean, fair enough, dude. He did have a pretty hostile breakup with Marvel. I mean, I think everyone knows about his fucking fallout with Marvel. So you show up with the first issue of Venom so you can try to stonk it because you know he doesn't sign it. Oh, wow, shocker, dude. It didn't play out in your way.
Like, why would you do something that you don't think someone would appreciate, and then you're upset at them because they didn't do what you wanted?
Yeah, dude. He's like, you would think he would care more about the community. And I'm like, you mean the ones that aren't buying his comics and buying the Spider-Man ones that he hates?
To do that suggests that he doesn't think that Todd McFarlane is a person deserving of his own agency. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You know what's funny about so you know about oh fuck, the Deus Ex developer, the one that released Io Katana.
Who actually?
John Romero. You know John Romero.
John Romero. Okay, yeah.
So that shitty game he released, Dio Katana. Daikatana. I don't know if you know about that. It's one of the worst games ever made.
I have not heard about this.
So he
Did I ever tell you
So
my
he left id
definition?
Software, right?
Right.
Because
See what you
somebody else
know.
who had left id Software had started this new development company that was just gonna. That was kind of like get away from the tyranny of what's his fuck. The other guy from id Software who was there forever. So he leaves, and then slowly John Romero comes over. And it's kind of the same thing. It almost paralleled what happened with Image Comics, where that other Marvel guy, the one that was like famous for drawing people like weird proportions. I can't remember his name, but you know who I'm talking about. Captain America with the weird fucking chest. Everyone knows that picture if they know anything about comics. So that dude left Image, or left a Marvel, goes to Image, spends his whole time at Image fucking around, just wasting money, then releases like a few comics that are kind of mid, and then burns out, right? Then over in the video game industry, and this is around the same time period, the exact same thing's happening with John Romero, just kind of once the original guy who left Doom was working his ass off making Deus Ex. And then John Romero's like, I'm making the greatest game ever. The marketing team was like, dude, you should definitely run with the idea that John Romero, or it's like, the promotion for the game was like, John Romero will fuck you or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I have to pull it up. It's
That is a crazy marketing campaign,
dude. Or John Romero will make you.
Your marketing campaign is literally just threatening your audience that you're going to fuck them.
John Romero will make you his bitch. That's what it is.
Ah, okay.
So I knew fuck you was wrong. But I mean, I'm not too far off. But
No, not terribly.
the game ended up coming out and being one of the most buggy, infamous, bad messes of all time. Like, I played it on my channel for my channel. It is my least favorite game I played on my channel. And Immortals.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And Fable 3 and Immortals of Avion are on this. I played.
Huh.
And
Okay.
if you're worse than Fable 3, you've done something wrong.
Like, how bad is it? Because I've never played Fable 3, but my sister has played all the Fable games. I've just never asked her about it because whatever.
So
how bad is Fable 3?
You,
like,
you know
what's
that
the-
modern writing shit where they lecture you?
Yes.
That's the whole last 40 minutes of Fable 3.
What?
So, you know how Fable has the good or bad choices, right?
Yeah.
Like, here's one option, and this is a legit option. So, the last part of Fable 3, instead of doing cool Fable shit, you become the queen. And this could be cool because you're making political choices for your country, and they're either good or bad. It's yes or no, or it's like option A, option B choices. Well, one choice is legit. So there's kids working in a factory. Kids working in a factory. It's like end child labor. But the way you end child labor, it's like end child labor and turn all the factories into schools. Okay. I'm like, that seems like a little bit of a... Seems like a bit of a stretch. It seems like we're doing a lot here. Changing every single factory into a school?
Yeah,
Right? Especially when there's like, you walk around the kingdom and there's like homeless everybody and nobody has money, no jobs. I'm like, okay. The other option is keep the factories the way they are. Those are your options. Like, it's like, and each one of the, like, every good option puts you like massively in debt because they're all kind of like, they're all very socialist style options, right?
Right.
Like, preserve the environment or build a mine. And it's like, and then when you like push, like you'll hear them like explain the reasoning. The one's like, well, you shouldn't build a mine because it's bad for the environment and it could be toxic. And you're like, okay. And the other guy's like, yeah, but what we could do is after we're done getting the resources, which our country desperately needs, we will then refill in the river. I'm like, problem solved. That seems like a good option to me, right? Good option.
I mean, yeah, definitely seems like to me.
And that is the bad option. That makes you a bad guy.
That's kind of strange, but all right.
And then it's like Like all the options are like drastic. There is no. Everyone had an option that it's like you could tell that they were like mad at something like mining, this, and then it's like, okay, what about a happy medium? No happy medium, and you're just sitting there and you have to just sit there and listen to these people argue for 40 minutes, bro.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, dude, the game's so bad. It's so bad. I actually
I was just about to say that seems like a fucking pain in the ass.
I actually got a lot of people that were pretty upset with me after my Fable 3 review because I just go off, dude. I just go off. I'm fucking pissed about it. I was so mad in that review. And they were like, it's not that bad. It's actually way better. People got that retrospect nostalgia thing. And shit's kind of ass. Playground Games could literally just release a game where you just stare at the fucking trailer that they made for 3 hours, and I think it would be better than Fable 3. I fucking hated
that's
that
pretty
game.
bad if that's your game. Like,
yeah.
In general, I don't like it when game studios try to be preachy about things. Like,
Yeah.
who fucking cares? Like, bro, I'm trying to enjoy my time playing a game. I'm not reading a thought-provoking novel. Like, don't get me wrong. I think there's a time and place for a thought-provoking story, but I don't think being preachy about it is the right way to do it.
It's not thought-provoking if it's preachy. That's the problem. That's the problem.
That's
It's not thought-provoking because they're doing all the thinking for you and telling you you're too dumb to realize what's going on. And you're like, no, I get it. I get it, dude. And then it's like, no, you don't get it. So let me tell you 15 more times, you stupid fucking retard, and then maybe you'll get it. And you're like, all right, we're doing this right now. That was my problems like Immortals of Avion. And then it hits you with the fucking sitcom dialogue, like, really though? And you're like, oh. Like, and I realized that's what it is. So it's even movie industry. Have you noticed that like pause dialogue? That's what I call it. It's like that. You're telling me he's right behind me, or okay. If you watch old sitcoms from like the 90s and early 2000s, it all has that dialogue. You just didn't really worry about it because it's TV. It's not supposed to be peak media.
Right. It's just throwaway garbage.
Yeah,
for lack of a better term, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, nobody's watching fucking Charmed because they want because Charmed is the greatest fucking piece of media ever made. They're watching Charmed because they're chilling on their couch having a nice day, dude. They're like, I'm gonna clean the kitchen real quick and then watch some fucking Charmed with yeah, dude, it's but now movies do that, and that's what's annoying about them, you know? That's why, like, I honestly moved to anime. Not that I think anime is, like, way better, like a lot of these fucking guys will tell you, but...
It isn't often. It's pretty bad,
It's pretty bad, usually, but it's something I haven't seen, and the formula hasn't gotten stale for me yet.
The thing that people don't seem to realize about anime is that a lot of the time anime is geared towards Japanese social concept.
100%. I would agree with you there. There is definitely a political messaging in their shit, but it's all directed at Japanese culture. So the people who say that it's like, oh, it's not political, they're full of shit because they don't understand the Japanese infrastructure.
Exactly. Like, for example, what's it called? Vinland Saga is primarily concerned with the concept of Japanese... God damn it. What is it? Primarily concerned with the concept of... Sorry, I'm trying to calculate like what I'm doing and talk at the same time. It's primarily concerned with the Japanese concept of pacifism.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't translate to American audiences at all, because America doesn't have a concept of pacifism beyond, like, you know, typically like hippie sort of culture, right? Subculture, which doesn't exist and hasn't existed for like 40 or 50 years.
No, yeah, dude, it's so funny watching warmongers in the U.S. on both sides and pretend they're not warmongers, bro. It's my favorite thing in the world, bro.
It absolutely is. It's so fun.
It is so great, dude. Like, for years during the Bush administration growing up, dude, and I'm not going to say Bush was, like, the greatest, dude. I think Bush is just a wacky little guy that exists, you know? I'm sorry, dude. Bush, like, I think even with Trump having as many funny memes and shit, and Biden being as funny, being all sleepy all the time, I still think Bush is the funniest president we've ever had, bro.
Bush was hilarious.
Dude,
Absolutely
Bush
hilarious.
was just like, I loved it. Like, so many countries like listened to, like, respected the fuck out of Bush, and Bush is just like, I'm just a funky little Texas boy, and I'm like, dude, you're so weird, dog. You're so fucking weird. Like, dude, that was like, have you ever seen the movie Vice?
No, I've never seen it.
So it's about Dick Cheney, right?
Right.
You ever watch a movie where you know that you're not, like, you know that what the point of the movie is they're trying, that they don't like that guy that they're making the movie on.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like, The Founder is a good example where you're like, I shouldn't be rooting for Michael Keaton, but I really don't like the other McDonald's brothers. They're kind of pussies. And then you're all of a sudden rooting for Michael Keaton. You're like, yeah, Michael Keaton, put that fake ice cream in McDonald's. But that's what happened with me and Vice, bro. Not gonna lie, they made Dick Cheney kind of look like the super, like, evil politician guy, and I was like, yeah, but bro, he worked on the power lines before he became a politician, and he was savage.
Exactly. So that means he inherently has value, right?
Yeah, dude. Well, on top of that, they got Christian Bale to play Dick Cheney, and I'm like, I want to be Dick Cheney now. I shouldn't want to be Dick Cheney, but I want to be Dick Cheney. Like,
you want to shoot somebody in a hunting accident? Sorry,
well,
quote unquote
yeah,
accident.
dude, and then have that guy apologize to you? Abso-fucking-lutely.
I'm sorry you had to shoot me in a hunting accident.
Dude, you know the guy apologized to him, like, right after it happened, right?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, the dude apologized to Dick Cheney for, like, stepping in front of his shot. So you're telling me, right? You're telling me that you're like, yeah, he, like, sure, he probably did a bunch of messed up stuff. All politicians do a bunch of messed up stuff. But you being the guy that has enough power there, where you shoot somebody in the face and they're like, my bad, dude, I won't get in front of your gun again.
Yeah, oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Meanwhile, like, he's got half his face is hanging off. He just got shot with a face load of fucking 300 Win Mag.
No, if you got shot with a bunch of 300 Win Mag, there would be no face. There would be,
good point.
It was shotgun. It was a bird shot. It just bedded into the skin. Or he would have not had a head if it was 300 Win Mag, bro. 300 Win Mag is massive. You've seen that, right?
It's one of the lesser rounds I'm familiar with.
Okay. I will be right back. All right, Snail. I'm gonna blow up my screen. I'm back. I'm gonna blow up my screen so you can see what I'm talking about here. See,
just so you know, your stream has, like, right now on your stream, you're still not back. Okay, you just came back on stream.
All right.
Just so you have a sense of delay.
Yes, I am. All right, well, we got it in the right one. I'm gonna remove this. So, I'm going to show you this right here. You're going to have a delay. The one I'm holding currently that you will see is a AR-15 round. This is 5.56 or 223, right? In comparison, this is a 7 mag, which is is almost the same size as the 300 Win Mag.
Okay, so I see the 5.56.
You're gonna see the 7 mag here shortly.
Okay. Yep. Okay, I see that. That's a much bigger bullet.
And even you can't see. I can't. There you go. In diameter, a bullet. Way bigger round bullet as well. We'll see
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
We'll see that in a moment too. But that is your difference.
That is a huge difference in diameter.
Yeah. So to keep in mind, one of the most popular elk rounds out there is the 300 Win Mag to shoot elk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm gun nerding the fuck out right now, but
That is okay.
also like mule deer, which you guys have mule deer up there. Not in your part of Canada, but Western Canada, because you're
Possibly.
yeah. So they might have some mule deer, but yeah, dude. Yeah, if I can put an elk down with it, that shit's not gonna be pretty. Your head that will do the fucking like doom shotgun effect on your head. I nerded out so hard there, dude. I fucking love shooting, dude. It's one of my favorite things. You ever been shooting?
Yeah. I did it once. At a client's house. He had a bunch of shell casings everywhere. And I was like, "Oh, do you shoot?" And he goes, "Yeah. Do you want to shoot some?" And I was like, "What?" And so he brought his pistols out. We shot a 9mm Beretta 92 FS, and then we shot a 22. We shot a 22 revolver that had like 10 rounds in it. And the condition was we helped him load magazines. And that was my first time shooting. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, so my wife, when we first got together, wasn't like... She'd been shooting once. So she was a little weirded out by guns, right? Not like bad.
Right, sure.
Not like, oh my god, dude, guns are the worst. But she was like when I first got my guns from my hometown and brought them to be with me for the rest of the time, she was like kind of a little weirded out by it. And I told her, I'm like, dude, literally nothing can happen to you with these. Ever.
Right.
These are inanimate objects. You're fine. And then we went shooting, and I started her with 22, and has 0 recoil, which you shot it.
Yeah, 22 basically has nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I remember shooting it and thinking, like, that's it.
Mm-hmm. It is funny when I see people have the discourse who've never shot the gun, though, and they're like, 22 couldn't kill somebody. I'm like, no, it definitely
22 could absolutely
kill
kill somebody.
dude. It would.
It could 100% kill somebody.
I mean, dude.
People who don't understand how physics work. Like,
absolutely.
Once the bullet hits anything, it begins to lose velocity, and when it loses velocity, it starts to tumble around in whatever space it's occupying. Sometimes it hits, plate armor, and then it stops dead in its tracks because it doesn't have the velocity to punch through, or it hits a piece of wood and then it just kind of loses power and starts tumbling and gets a lot less accurate. Sometimes it hits a skull and bounces off the other side of the skull and bounces around inside the brain cavity.
Well, and what's funny too, the 22 doesn't even have to do that, right? The 22 doesn't even have to do that because it can break through. Just breaking through the brain cavity is enough. It's like, I think people think well, because there's a lot of people who are like, oh well, 22 can be the most dangerous because it can bounce around. But honestly, it just should be considered just dangerous. I think that's a fair enough assessment. I mean,
point blank, anything that's capable of hitting a velocity of 1,200 feet per second is dangerous.
Oh, absolutely.
Anything. Like, a baseball at 1,200 feet per second would absolutely ruin your day.
Dude, you'd be obliterated.
Wait until AI starts taking over pro sports, and then we get like AI pitchers and shit.
Oh, dude, that sounds amazing. Then can we allow
mechanical
steroids again?
with a super pitch?
Dude, I think I could have solved the problems of the world a long time ago. We allow only steroids for women, right?
Okay.
And we just have unisex sports. That's men's penalty, is they're not allowed to use drugs. Women can use all the drugs.
Yeah. I agree with that, actually. That's a good idea. Give women a bunch of, like, Tren and Clen and any
Glenn?
sort of anabolic steroid,
Yeah, dude.
and just have them juiced up, fighting all natural born
Yes.
men.
Mm-hmm. And I think that would be funny.
That'd be hilarious.
I would. It would.
It'd be even funnier if the women were allowed to like violently hit the men,
Yes.
and then the men had to like fight back with their fists. Like they were relegated to like boxing, but the women could use like their baseball gloves and fucking bats and shit.
Yes, dude. It just
That would really up the ante.
What was So I know Outlaw Golf had the whole beat each other up thing, but wasn't there also a baseball game where you could just like where you could like beat the shit out of the pitcher? It wasn't in the Outlaw series and on like the PS2 gen.
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. That's a good question.
I swear when I was a kid I was like, did you just run up and punch the pitcher? And they're like, yeah, if you get enough time. And I'm like, what the fuck is this game?
It's a good one. That's what it is.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know why we don't have the Blitz games anymore, right?
No, I don't even know what the Blitz games are.
So there used to be NFL The Streets, NBA The Streets, NFL Blitz. There used to be these cool like spin-off sports games that were like wild. They were like the street. They were like street ball and like more like arcadey violent football and stuff.
Right.
And they were popular. And the reason they were stopped is because the NFL after the concussion thing was like, we don't want anything tied to us to be violent.
Well, I mean, fam, listen, you look at your fucking games. What are the players doing?
Yeah, dude. I mean, football's gotten. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna sound super anti-human of me, but football's gotten boring ever since they started adding in all these fucking rules to protect the players. I'm like, come on, guys. It was fun. It was a kind of like a step above a blood sport, and now it's boring. Now it's big sad. I don't want to watch refs play who can call the better call, dude.
Yeah, and I actually have a similar thought about hockey. Hockey was a lot more fun when fights were common.
Yes!
Like, okay,
dude.
so as an American, you obviously have this native understanding of football.
Yeah,
as a Canadian, I have the exact same native understanding of hockey.
Dude, me and my dad used to watch hockey sometimes, just hoping for a fight.
Right? Because that's one of the most attractive parts of hockey is the guys will just fucking throw their gloves off and start hammering each other.
Yeah, dude, the goon, bro.
I personally think it has to do with the fact that there's more Americans playing in the league now, because Canadians have no fucking problems hitting each other. Zero. None.
Yeah, dude, I honestly, well, it could be that, or it could be they saw the fallback and all the people getting sued, the NFL getting sued for the concussions, and they were like, oh, the Canadians looked at each other for a second.
It's definitely the lack of Canadians.
The lack of Canadians. I mean, we can go with that. I have no problem whatsoever saying that is the way it can go.
Dude, a rural Canadian culture is so unbelievably fight happy. You have no idea.
Dude, that's well, that's like, if you've noticed, like, oh, God, I'm trying to, like, NFL players have kind of became pussies, dude. They're like whiny and shit, and then they're like, where are you from? And they name some city, and I'm like, bro, if they could just get some dudes from the fucking farmland, bro. I know motherfuckers that would smell Jack Daniels and decide to start punching each other in the face.
Just start fucking hammering each other.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's what's funny about MMA. All of the Americans that do good, they're like fucking rednecks, bro.
Yeah, because that's all there is to do in those small towns is drink, screw, and fight.
Exactly,
and
dude.
Many times, all three happen in a single night.
That is the dream, dude.
Yes, absolutely. Haste. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading something really quickly. It's an elemental creature token. Fuck, what do I do? I think I do this. Enters tapped, and then just fucking give her.
Alright, hit me with the lore. What is an elemental creature token?
So an elemental creature token is basically it's a creature that doesn't actually exist in the form of a card, but it's created as part of an effect. And the whole idea is that the effect you're playing from a given card creates this elemental creature token, and it's just an extra. It's a free body basically. It's free damage.
Perfect. Right. It's like
Yeah.
It's like putting up a shield basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, it's the exact or
It's Todd Howard from Bethesda.
applying pressure. Applying pressure for really good value. You bought one Subway sandwich, well, it's a buy one get one free, so you just got another. That's basically the idea, right? It's super good value, and he played that, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm countering it. Please don't hit me."
Speaking of value, dude. So this is something. There is somebody who came into my store from Canada. They were from other Canada, not French Canada, like you, weirdo.
French Canada. I'm not even in French
I
Canada.
thought you were by Quebec.
Yeah, bye, but
yeah, but
like,
I'm talking like I'm saying. Look, if you're by Quebec, you're by French Canada. I'm gonna call you by French Canada. You're French adjacent.
Yeah. French. Okay, fine. Yeah, because that's the most literal interpretation of my geographical position is French adjacent. Yeah. Okay.
And I know it annoys you, so it's a win for me. Anyway.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really annoy me that bad. I've been embracing our bilingualism recently.
Oh, really? Really? You speak French now?
Oui, je parle un peu de français.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, anyways, these guys were Western Canadians, right? So
yeah.
They had the big A going on, you know?
Yeah.
It's funny because people think all Canadians have that. That's just kind of a... That's just like the above Washington, Canada. They're big on the, oh, how are you doing? And like, it's like all the way, everything until Quebec is like that type, you know? Not everything, that's generalization, but you know what I mean.
A lot of things though. You are right in the sense that you're saying quite a bit of it is. That's true.
And I think people like assume that all of Canada does that A thing, and that's really only that section of Canada. Well, anyways, they had like the whole A thing going on, and they were talking about how the time period when they used to come to the U.S. because the dollar in Canada was the same as the U.S.'s. I'm like,
yes. In fact, there was a point where it was 20 cents more, and I was in America at the time, and I gave the lady a quarter. In a Canadian quarter because I just forgot it was in my wallet, and she was like, "Oh, we can't take this. This is Canadian. It's not worth the same." I was like, "Yeah, it's worth more."
You know what's funny? I worked at a grocery store at one time, dude, and you know how much Canadian money is in U.S. like cash registers?
I bet there's a lot because we find American money in our cash registers too.
Yeah, dude. The pennies. Like, I don't, you guys with your little queen money ends up, that queen ends up in so many cash registers. Also, who came up with the idea for the name of your money? Like, that's just a really that was always a really bad choice.
Good question. No, it was a great choice. I love it.
Looney and Tooney?
Yep, that's a great choice.
Dude, when you buy something, you're like,
fantastic choice. I thought it was an awesome choice. It's cool because it's supposed to represent the diversity of our natural our biodome. Basically, we have, so the loony is named after the loon, which is a bird, an aquatic bird present in much of Ontario. And it makes a really distinctive call. I can't even describe the call, and I've heard it in real life, and it's bone shaking when you hear it. It's that unique and just sort of great. Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck just happened?
X, the copy isn't legendary and has starting loyalty X. Resolve that. Holy fuck. What? Why is there? Oh my god, that's so fucking dumb. Jesus Christ.
What happened?
This guy just played he played the stupidest card I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, I'm just trying to think my way out of this here. It basically plays two, it's one card for two. It copies itself and plays itself twice. So it exists as two copies on the battlefield, which is so fucking dumb. I don't know why this exists. This is stupid.
Well, good news.
What's the good news?
My whole screen just froze.
Oh, that's crazy, man. You must be having a great time.
Oh yeah, it's really, really well, one of my screens froze. The other's fine. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's not so nice then.
So I need to. Oh well, that's not so nice.
Enter
Okay.
tapped.
So
I think
now
I
I
play this guy. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just play this guy because he's here right now. I'll just do it. Whatever. Who cares? Turn target creature to its owner's hand. Draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards on your hand. Look at the top card of target player's library. Okay, sure. I'll look at the top card of his library. Persistence with that decline.
I've never ran into this. I got an error message right during the when I was playing the game. It said something about memory,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Huh, odd." Well, and then now I just had the black screen where behind it, and my stream's still working. I can see him. I went to my YouTube to make sure it was still playing. Oh,
Right.
I had a comment. The darkness calls to us all. Yep, you're right, light chomps. But on my OBS, it's just fucking frozen, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, my OBS looks frozen, but the stream's going on YouTube.
Okay.
I can't play games because it's a black screen. When I Control Alt Delete, it doesn't say there's anything running.
That's kind of strange.
That's what I'm saying, right? Isn't that weird? Because you'd think that it would say the game I was playing was still. Cause I've had this happen before, where black screens, right? And you just say find the game in Task Manager and then end task.
Right.
But it's not there.
Huh.
That's odd. It's quite odd. Quite gay, to be honest.
I'll agree that that is absolutely quite gay.
Homosexual agenda has gotten me. It heard I was talking about it, and it was like, "Oh, nah, dude, we gotta stop it now."
Oh yeah, big time. It was like, haha, you'll never guess where we are in your rear.
Exactly, dude. We're pushing it we're pushing it deep into Uranus, dude.
Absolutely.
It sucks, dude. I just beat the level on Postal Braindamaged, dude. Which,
Oh, that was Postal Brain Damage you were
yeah,
playing?
dude, it's so good. It's
Fuck.
so good, dude. It's it's like it plays like an in between of Doom Eternal and Shadow Warrior 1, or Shadow Warrior 1 and Shadow Warrior 3.
Right.
So it's got the arena base that's kind of like Doom Eternal. Like the combat rooms are kind of like Doom Eternal, but it's got more of a pacing like Shadow Warrior 1.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually big fan of it, you know.
You were saying that you really liked the most recent Postal game.
4? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did. I played it all.
Is that still accurate?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was my first Postal game, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So I had
Kind of gay.
um so I had seen G-Man's video on it a long time ago.
Right.
And it was one of those that, like, sitting in the back of my mind, I was going through the PlayStation store at the time, and it was on sale, and I was like, wait, isn't that a game where you can piss on people? And I was like, and I looked it up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm buying this. It was like $5 at the time, 10 bucks, something like that, $20, I don't know. And I was like, I'm buying it. So I bought it on the PlayStation store, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is amazing. I'm driving around in a fucking mobility scooter, running people over. I'm smoking catnip and kicking people into the atmosphere. You can literally kick people into the atmosphere when you, like, smoke catnip or something. It is. So I went back and played a little bit of Postal 2 after I bought it, right? And Postal 2 is definitely got better. Postal 2 is fun in the idea that it's like, what point do you go postal, right?
Yeah.
But the actual mechanics kind of suck. We're gonna be like to be 100% real, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's fun in its sandbox motif, but the mechanics are definitely aged. The mechanics in Postal Brain Damage Postal 4 are very good. The shooting is actually solid shooting.
All right, so maybe I should pirate it.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. Postal Brain Damage, though, has the best gameplay in the Postal series. It's not even close. What I actually like Postal 3. I know I said that, I think I've said that to you, but I actually really enjoyed Postal 3.
Hmm.
If you ever do that, do exactly what I told you about the Zoom platform thing. Do not get the Zoom platform key for Steam because it will still have Steam's DRM shit attached to it,
Right.
which will still fuck up the game. So you
Okay.
have to get it from the Zoom platform, and you will not have as many problems. If you really want to play Postal 3, I enjoyed it. What's funny is you watch a review on Postal 3, and they're like, the humor sucks, and they'll utilize the same joke. I've watched a few videos, just like when I was thinking about how to make mine, just to see what the bad, or not bad, their takes on the game were. And they're like,
Yes.
what kind of humor is just shooting cum rags at women? And I'm like, good humor. That is fucking good humor. That's the first mission of the game is on this bridge, and it's awful. It is one of the most awful missions I've ever played. And I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a shitty game. And then the next mission, Ron Jeremy running a porn star in a porn shop in a Mario hat gives me a vacuum to go clean up cum rags. And
Oh my
then
God.
hockey moms led by Sarah Palin show up to shut the porn stop down, and I literally shoot cum rags at them until they throw up and
Holy
run out the
fuck.
store. And you're telling me this isn't a fun game?
That
Like,
is insane.
like the shit that happens in Postal 3. I think
Yep.
I think there's a lot of identity of Postal there. I think there's a lot of retroactivism going on with Running with Scissors being mad that they were pushed out of their own game. And also the game releasing to basically be unplayable at the time will never be unforgotten. But when I only had one crash in my whole experience compared to how that game started, I think that's a win.
Absolutely. Because crashes and bugs in general, like just issues with gameplay, is so commonplace these days. I think because it's there's no reason to not make it that way,
Oh, absolutely.
since developers can get away with just kind of doing the bare minimum.
Oh, 100%, dude. 100%. You see it all the time. And there's a part of me that even back in the day, there was games that had bugs and you just overlooked them. Like, because there's this idea
Yeah.
that people are like, oh, back in the day, they had to release a game bug-free. I'm like, there was never a game that was bug-free back in the day. I'm like,
Nope.
did you play games? Like, you realize now we get the benefit of even, like, small bugs get fixed in a day one patch. Even games that are, like, pretty sound get fixed with a day one patch.
Absolutely.
I might have to give you a call. I'm going to give you a call back in a second. I'm going to restart my computer because this is
Yeah, sure